I'd never really thought about making videos until 2006. We were at a private game lodge bordering on the Kruger National Park. On a game drive, we were parked next to elephants doing interesting things, and I said I wished I had a video. The game ranger told me that my little pocket cannon could in fact do video, and promptly showed me how. What a delightful surprise! It was a Canon PowerShot SX 620 HS with 25 times optical zoom, like this one. I recently put together a short movie using that first ever footage, a fantastic sighting, but quality that I now know to be poor. That's when I discovered that it was filmed on 15 frames per second and edited on 30 frames per second. I knew nothing about settings back then. Shot in 2006 but edited in 2021. I decided to buy a proper video camera. I chose the Canon DVD camcorder DC201. It had a Canon video lens and 30 times optical zoom, so the guys in the shop told me, and I could play it through the TV. I must add, I did not buy this at a camera shop, who no doubt would have advised me better. Ignorance is bliss. That was the beginning for me. We had several subsequent trips to various game reserves and other interesting places that I now had on record. But at this point, all I could do was look at the footage I'd taken, played back through the TV. In the early part of 2013, I joined a U3A Helderberg course on video editing. Our course project was a 2-minute movie about Radloff Park, a local recreation park along the river. I no longer have a finished production, but these are some of the clips I used. I had great fun with this.
Remember, what you're going to shoot today, you might have to come back sometime.
I also learned that the DVDs from my camcorder are not digital, and I couldn't play them on my laptop, nor therefore put them onto the editing software without them going through a process that I was unable to do. So at this point, I switched to video on my regular camera. By now, I had a Canon PowerShot SX40, which was shooting at 24 frames per second. I was hugely pleased with the ending I used. It was an accidental sunset, no editing tricks or fades involved. My photographer ego was enormous. After this, Mike invited me to join the Protea Video Club, which I did. I also upgraded to Power Director version 13 for starters, and then other upgrades till I'm now on version 18. I have certainly improved my video editing from constructive crits, tutorials, and the workshops we've held. Shortly after I joined the club, there was a competition held by a Johannesburg club which I decided to enter. A key objective was to prevent the fire from reaching a grove of pine trees within one estate. There are a few dams in some of these private estates which are very convenient for refilling, making the turnaround time very quick. It was a constant and continuous round of fill and dump, refill and dump. There's all that ocean close by, but salt water can't be used on vegetation because I was very pleased to get a bronze award for my effort. I later learned that everyone who did not get a gold or a silver got a bronze. A bit deflating, but I didn't tell anyone. A few years ago, I joined some friends on a 2-week trip to Rarotonga, Cook Islands. I proceeded to explore coral reefs for the first time with a second-hand $20 Australian Maginnon camera, just bigger than a matchbox, in an underwater housing. It was mesmerizing. The battery lasted 90 minutes maximum, and it was recharged in the camera. As you can imagine, time means nothing when drifting around amongst exotic fish and sea creatures, so it was highly annoying to have to break away to charge the camera. Added to that, I discovered water droplets inside the casing. Leaks or condensation, I don't know. Also, you had to change the setting for zoom or non-zoom while it was out of the casing, not to be done in the sea. Very frustrating, but a whole different adventure in photography. My highlight was swimming with a turtle, literally 10 minutes before having to get out of the water to leave for the return flight to Sydney. I've made a couple of movies covering various aspects of the coral reef. A first for me, the first member of the club with underwater footage to edit. A few of us went to Oktoberfest in Durbanville some years ago, and for the first time I took video on my cell phone, a Samsung Galaxy, model number forgotten. Another first. I was the first in the PVC to produce a movie shot entirely on cell phone in 2017. I joined the PVC committee a few years back, and we decided to set projects for mini-movies to try and inspire some of the members who have not done much editing for a while. As a committee of 5, I think we've come up with some very diverse and fun ideas, and especially during lockdown, we had some record entries to the monthly challenges.
Hear the drums echoing tonight, and she hears only whispers of some quiet.
Lockdown for me was quite a productive time, and editing was a good way to help stay sane. I'm very blessed to have my own large garden, and I had a lot of fun in it. We also had the most amazing weather, summer almost all the way through to midwinter. My cat and I were outside exploring constantly. I got some rather amazing footage, and I made a few movies that I'm quite proud of. I also watched several tutorials and tried a few of those tips and tricks including chroma key, various masks, and other effects. I've definitely learned a whole lot and improved significantly over the years. I enjoy having fun with editing and making movies for me, just for the hell of it, but I'm happy to share them with others, like you guys, for instance. Thank you for the opportunity.